Now, a lot of kids get tripped up with fractions because they don't have enough practice working with them, number one, and they don't really have a visual idea of what they are. Remember, when we're in kindergarten, we learn to count one, and you usually see an apple. This is one apple. Two, they show you two, and a lot of games, a lot of, kids' cartoons. Three, they say three fish. Let's try and draw three fish. Two fish, three fish. But we never actually visualize fractions and count by fractions. So let's say half. This is how we write 1 out of 2. And this is a visual depiction of 1 out of 2. Right? If we want to count by half, the next thing is 2 out of 2. And you easily see we can also depict that as 1. So that's 2, 1, 2. Basically, if I have the whole thing, that's also 1 full piece. 2 out of 2 or 1. The next one is 1 and half. And I can visualize this like this is the 1, the full thing, and then a half. And then if I color the next half, I have 1 and the other one, basically half, 1, 1 and a half, 2, and then 2 and half, 3, 3 and half, and so on. Now we need to learn how to count by thirds. 1 out of 3, which will look like this. Then if I color another one, that's 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, or 1, and then 1 and 1 out of 3. Basically, understanding counting, being able to count by fractions allows you to understand that 2 out of 3 is less than 1 because you have a visual picture. When you say 2 out of 3, you have an image of what that looks like in your head. You can visualize a pizza. What is 2 out of 3 in a pizza? I cut my pizza into 3 pieces and take 2. That is definitely less than 1 pizza. So let's visualize fractions. Let's learn how to count by fractions. Let's learn how to sequence in fractions. It also helps us when we need to add fractions. Then when somebody asks me a question, I know that 1 out of 3 plus 1 out of 3, I can easily tell you that that's going to be 2 out of 3. I can also visualize it. You don't have to use funny tricks or anything like that. Let's also normalize counting in whole numbers, which is good. But when you get to around grade 3, grade 2, grade 3, let's also visualize and learn how to count with fractions. That sequences will help us a lot later on.